But today I'm here to show you one of my new toys. This is the LetPot LPH-Max. You know I love my smaller form hydroponic systems, although I do have a couple of big ones now that we will talk about later. I love them all, but the reason I really like these is because even if you are short on space, you have a countertop, you can still grow something. And they are easy for those of us that might not be able to handle larger machines to transport to the sink for cleaning and stuff like that. So let's get right on into it without me talking too much. One of the main reasons I am excited about this is because it's techie. This system has a Wi-Fi and it has some things built in that really piqued my interest when I heard about it. Alright, so here's the system in plastic. Let's get rid of that plastic. Oh wow, I love the top. I already pulled out the user manual, a guide about plant food. But look at this system. Look at how cool the top is. I love that design. I love the stainless steel. I love my stainless steel machines. So let's crack into this. I can see right here that the lid, or sorry, the light hood goes down really low, which is awesome for germinating seeds. You can have it really low while your seeds are germinating, and then raise it up, raise it up, raise it up. This is wonderful. Another unique thing about this unit is it has 21 potholes. 21. That is quite unique for a system of this size. And what I love about that is you have the choice of either using them all or not using them all, because I already have tons of these spacers that I use with my other units. If you're not using a hole, you want to cover that up so that light and algae does not get in there, or you fill them all up, say when it's time for starting seeds for your outdoor garden, and you have 21 seedlings ready to go. Let's get the tape off of here. So far it feels very solid. It looks great. Here's the hole for filling water right over here, and everything else is inside. We've got our standard cages. They look to be the same that I use with most of my other units, which is awesome. And there are some domes inside. These help with germination. Causes a little humidity in there. We have a tube, and from reading about this, I'm going to assume that this is the tube that you will use to hook up to your external watering source. That's one really unique thing about this unit. We have our A and B plant food, and we have our sponges. Then we have power, and here's the pump. The pump is attached, but looks like it came out of the spot where it's supposed to go. So let me just put that in place, and I'll show it to you. Looks like a standard type water pump that I see in some of my other systems. And then we have the cover to hold the water pump in place. Make sure I get this in here right. Snap that on. Okay, ready to go. So what we want to do next, what's that, I wonder? I admit that I just jumped right into this without looking at the book at all. So I'm seeing it for the first time, so I wanted us to see it together. Here's a filter. Slide that into place on this side of the pump. And actually I think this piece of foam is supposed to go on top. Let's try that there. Okay, all back in place. So it's nice that the pump comes out like that for easy cleaning. This is what it looks like inside. Hope you can see that in there. If not, I'll add a close-up. I see the water sensor here. And I didn't think this through. I need power. Oh, I have power. But what I want to do first is fill this with water, because I'm pretty sure, like others, if I turn it on without filling it with water first, They're going to start yelling at me about the system needing water. So let me get water. Okay, I am not going to completely fill this with water because I need to move it into place. But I'm going to just put enough water in here to cover the pump so we can get it working. You want to make sure your pump is submerged in water. Wow, this holds a lot of water. That's about 3/4 of a gallon, and it's not even halfway full. See a piece of tape that I missed? So this is the other very unique thing about this unit. Automatic nutrient system. Here in this reservoir, this is where your nutrients would go, and it will automatically disperse nutrients into the tank. How cool is that? All right, let's plug it in and check out the pump. And check out this display. I want to get a close-up of what's going on here. All right, let's turn her on. Ooh, okay. The pump started working immediately. This display is absolutely beautiful. You've got your power button. This is the one to switch between vegetable mode and flowering mode. This is your pump button. Temperature to switch between Fahrenheit and Celsius. This is the settings button. Oh, I'm sorry, this is Celsius over here. This is Fahrenheit. That's the settings button. And then there's a whole slew of other things that you can do that is explained in the book. This is like the most techy small system I have seen. I mean, my other ones, some of them also have a screen and you can navigate through and you can do things. But usually on the non-AeroGarden brands, you don't see that. So this is very cool and interesting to me. And that pump is doing a good job of shooting water. Obviously, it wouldn't be going everywhere if the lid was on. So what I can do, press my pump button and turn off the pump for our demonstration. So now I am going to move this into place so I can go ahead and fill it up with water and plant seeds. I have not decided what I'm going to plant yet. Actually, before I do that, let's go ahead and put the nutrients in. So looking closely in this reservoir, there's a second pump in there that will pump out the nutrients through this tube. And usually I am not a fan at all of my AB nutrients that come with my other systems. But for this demonstration, I'm going to do it as they intended, and I'm going to fill that reservoir with the AB nutrients. So you have two choices when setting up your LPH-Max. Manual mode, meaning you control what it's doing, you put the nutrients in when you want, or automatic mode. So automatic mode is what you will use if you fill the reservoir with nutrients like I'm about to do. So you want to fill your little containers with 100 ml of water. I don't want to spill stuff. I actually have a funnel. You take advantage of my little funnel so I don't get water everywhere. The other thing I'm doing differently here is usually when I set up a brand new system, I don't put nutrients in from the start because seeds don't need it, and that can lead to algae. But we're going to do it as they're intended. This is going to take a little bit of time because there are tablets in there that need to dissolve. I realized that I do not have a small measuring cup that I can use down here, but I found something. I'm repurposing a little salad dressing container because it does actually have ml markers on it. So let me put in my 50 of A. just to be sure. Pour that into the reservoir. And then we're going to put in my 50 OB. Okay. And in it goes. Oh, it looks like it'll fit quite a bit more. I was just going by what it said in the book. Let's go for another 50. I bet it might fit the whole bottle. Nope, not quite. 100 mLs of each, possibly. Now it looks like that's a good starting point. 100 mLs of each leaves just a little space at the top, and then you can close this guy up. All right, so that part is done. I'm going to put my lid on. That is a really pretty unit. Okay, my account is all created. I'm in the app. Let me go ahead and add my unit. This thing holds a massive amount of water, almost 2 gallons, I think. But look how beautiful it looks sitting up there. Gorgeous. Short people problems. Yes, I will be using my footstool to get to the units up there, but that's okay. I have other high up units as well, and this is not even quite that high. But yeah, so it's looking good. Now all I need to do, let these soak a few, get my little radish seeds and drop them in there. And then I'm going to put the domes on. Actually, there's one more step I'm going to do. See those little purple labels? I make those. You can buy pod labels like that on Amazon. You can make your own. You can use some foil or something. But covering your pods helps prevent algae from forming in the first few weeks of your seedlings. A lot of systems have started coming with labels. A lot of them don't. So I just cut mine out with my Cricut. So I'll get some more of those. I think I have some. Here's my labels. So I'm going to need to make a few more of those to get to my 21. And I'm going to keep you posted on how my grow goes. That is the LetPot LPH-Max. Let's take one more look at that pretty control panel. I filled up with water. So that's now full. My light's going to come on at 7 a.m., which I'm good with. It's going to stay on until 2300, which is 11 o'clock. That's pretty long, but okay. That's fine. Pump mode is operating. I love that I can see everything that's going on here without a problem. I want my Fahrenheit, so now we see Fahrenheit there. And growing days is right now at 0, but that's going to increase each day. So thanks again for being here and checking this out. Stay tuned for more on my LetPot LPH-Max system. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will let you know how this goes.